nothing left to lose now. Everything to prove now. Long as I'm alive, I'ma fight back. My fire never cools down. I'm about to catch fire. Yeah, I'm about to catch fire. Get ready for the new me. Get ready for the new me. Try to hold me down and I go higher. Try to put me out and I go wilder. I'm a fighter, a survivor. Stand back when I catch fire.
Welcome to the WSL Post Show here on the Harvey Norman host set. Ronnie Blakey with Shannon Hughes, Richie Lovett. How good is the Challenger Series? 2 events in and another buzzer beater moment there. That last heat was amazing.
Oh, wild finish from Sara Baum. So deserving and just incredible knowing it's been a weird year for her getting back into that qualification you and Rabbit were chatting about. She is on fire. I cannot wait to see her on the championship tour at the end of the year.
Sometimes that battle for second place kind of steals the spotlight away from the surfer who actually performs for the victory.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been clutch, and these 4-man, 4-women heats have been so entertaining to watch. I was chatting to just a few of the spectators, and they were going, this is so exciting, and it's clutch, and I'm engaged with every single heat because we know that 2 people are going home after every single heat.
It's wild.
Oh, way to focus on the negatives, Rich. 2 people are also going through to the round of 16.
Yay.
Exactly. But anyway, let's hear from one of those surfers now. Teresa Bonvalon is with Kaipo.
Yeah, thank you, Ronnie. You've waited all day long, last seat of the day, but that was a win, and you're into the round of 16. How do you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. The waves are really hard, and just to find those little kind of last that run, it's nice. And yeah, last seat of the day, I woke up like really early, surfed in the morning, and had to wait all day, but it was worth it.
How do you maintain your focus throughout the day for that final heat and just that 30 minutes of focus?
It's actually hard. It's like such a thing like that happens so much during the day, and you feel like, okay, I want to get in the water, that little anxious, but I guess you just gotta wait. Like no matter what, you gotta wait. And I try to take the advantage to surf here alone for 30 minutes, even if it's not amazing. You're still by yourself with 3 other girls, and I mean, that doesn't happen that often, so I just try to make the most of it.
Great surfing. We'll see you in the round of 16.
Fantastic surfing. Thank you, Kaipo. Unbelievable, Teresa. She just looks so focused. I know she was disappointed last year after those 4 Challenger Series events. You just expect her to be on the CT at some point. She's such a great competitor.
Yeah, she's really just getting sharper and sharper. I think that she's grown a lot from that last season even. She's put all the time in behind the scenes, and I'm really seeing a difference in her surfing.
Let's dive into some of the best heats of the day. Heat 2, the round of 32, we had Hawaiian domination. Such strong performances. Kiala and Luana just looking just deadly. Such strong backhands.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Shannon. The Hawaiian force was on show in this heat, and they really dominated it. 3rd and 4th didn't really get a look in, and it was from great surfing. Look at that, just an aggressive snap off the top, but picking those really good waves, lefts and rights.
Can feel the intensity lifting in some of those big individual turns now, and the judges are starting to throw some bigger rewards at the competitors, which is only going to egg them on even more.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's those 2 surfers between Kiala and Luana there in that 1st and 2nd position that are able to get that connection. And even that downtime from 1st maneuver to 2nd is so important. They're the ones that are capitalizing on it, and they're getting into that double-digit heat total.
Yeah, so we're setting up the round of 16 for the women, and we're going to be moving into head-to-head competition. And it's taken shape, Rich. Some good matchups coming together. Mahina looked good earlier today as well.
Yeah, she did. She looked really good, and we were sort of just gorging on her post-heat interview and just getting a little insight into her mental status, you know, potentially giving the game away, thinking about it. But now she's back bigger and better than ever, and she's going to have to be on to take down Luana Silva because she is on an absolute heater at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch that one. I'm having a great time watching Moana Jones Wong and her run through this contest. We know what she can do in waves of consequence, but to see her come here and show just the unbelievable energy on the open face in tricky beach break conditions has been awesome. And I think everyone wants to see her on the CT now, just off the strength of that amazing event win.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's been really cool, too, to see that strength in her competitive surfing, her strategy surfing come through, to get back-to-back wins out here in the Challenger Series and really challenging, conditions that are shifting all the time. It's been 2 impressive performances, and I'm so excited to see if she can continue on that roll.
She's really lucky to have Maddie Bemrose, too, in her corner. This is a guy that, just absolutely just hammered the beach breaks around this area through his childhood, a long-time QS journeyman. So, he knows what it takes to grind through the tough heats, and he'll have her well and truly set to tackle that round of 16.
Yeah, for sure. Matty Bemrose, he's a practical joker, but when it comes down to it, the coaching's a serious gig, and he gets right behind his athletes. And, Moana Jones Wong, she's got a great heat against Sara Baum here. That's going to be an amazing matchup. Different tactics, though. We're moving into woman-on-woman heats, so this is going to be a different affair. And we're going to have some great conditions, too. Although we've got this onshore stream, I feel like it's going to push a bit more swell in as it starts to straighten up from the east.
All right, well, the men's competition was really interesting today because, from the opening day of competition, you're sending some big names home, but they've continued to drop out of the draw. But some surfers that have been to the championship tour level are stepping things up. Michael Rodrigues wants to get back there, and he looks so sharp today. Deadly as.
Oh, Emrod, just some of the fastest surfing we saw in the entire day, and just have a look at this rapid-fire attack on the backhand. Just pinpoint accuracy and just finding those perfectly little pockety sort of waves, and very, very fast Felipe Toledo-esque type of an approach.
Unbelievable heat, this one, Shannon. You had Rio Ueda, Julian Wilson and Zeke Lau. That's unrivaled when I look on paper and think about the best heats of the day.
Yeah, that's exactly what Bugs was saying this morning. It really was that heat to pay close attention to, and Emrod walked out with an 8.33 early on, set himself up to then find that victory, and then for Rio to get the win for himself to sneak through in that second place position over Zeke Lau and over Julian Wilson. That is huge for the young Indonesian.
Yeah, the bookies would have probably had that one the other way when you look at the big names down who didn't progress through that one, Julian and Zeke. They would have expected to get through, but great to see Emrod and Ueda getting through there.
We know Zeke will campaign all year, but it'll be interesting to see what Julian Wilson does next. But here's what we can look forward to in the round of 24, Heat 2, Michael Rodrigues, Ramsey Boogie. I mean, he's looked so good, the Moroccan. And the Grom, Brody Sale, who had a fantastic performance today.
He was on fire. I think he's got that energy, that kind of unexpected. He doesn't have too much pressure sitting on him. He could walk through a heat like this and find victory, but it's really 2 extremely powerful surfers that have been throwing an insane amount of spray in these little beach break conditions that he's up against.
There's been some surfers, Rich, who have had to overcome some mental scar tissue when you think about how close they've gotten to qualifying for the championship tour. Jordan Lawler is one of those competitors. He got the call-up as a replacement at Pipe and Sunset, had a couple of 33rds at those venues. I wondered how that would affect his run on the Challenger Series this year, but it doesn't seem to have slowed him down at all. In fact, I think it's helped.
Yeah, no, Geordie's got a new lease of life at the moment. He's really put in the work, and I mean that. He's been training super, super hard with Matt Cattle, putting the time in the water, putting the time into the gym, and the results of surfing like that, just big, above the lip style of surfing. But he's added this layer of power to his approach too, so he is ready to go.
Yeah, his turns look bigger, a lot bigger, and in small conditions, that's going to really work in your favour. Morgan, he's still keeping the dream alive here as well. William Cardoso and Ian Gentile bowing out in the round of 48. But, yeah, it's going to set up some interesting matchups again in that round of 24. Geordie Lawler, Cade Matson, Maxime Husseneau, all surfers that are capable of going a long way through this draw.
Well, Maxime walked away with the semifinals of the Boost Mobile Gold Coast Pro, so he's coming in as actually the strongest surfer, but Geordie's won here in the past. So it's going to be the question, can Cade Matson take either of them out?
Yeah, I think Geordie Lawler's, if he can keep this flow going, he's going to be really hard to stop. He's been victorious here in the past as well. But let's have a look at the Boost Mobile wave of the day now. We saw a lot of incredible stuff, but this one was special for me. We already got a glimpse of it earlier on. Boost Mobile wave of the day is Michael Rodrigues.
Yeah, Emrod just on the backhand, just attacking the lift, just so fast. I think he brought a new speed element to his approach today. that was kind of unrivaled in terms of the speed and just hammer time and feeling the confidence. He wants his position back on tour. Had a little hiatus, and you can just see he's oozing confidence right now.
Where did he go? He's so good, Michael Rodrigues. I can just see him in the CT draw, just, you know, worrying competitors with surfing like that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's one. I feel like we're saying this a lot, though. Deserves to be back on tour. Deserves to be on the tour. There's not that
We'll see
not
if
that
he
many
deserves.
spots. You know what I mean? So the point is, it's cutthroat and it's very, very competitive, and that's what the Challenger Series is delivering for us.
One thing's for sure, whoever gets there at the end of this Challenger Series is going to earn it in a big way. Let's dive into the top 5 moments of the day, starting with number 5, Cade Matson. Again, getting it done in the final stages. This kid's got something special, super confident. Love the flare out of the lip.
That small wave surfing from his, just so quick, really attacking, and for him to make it back while sitting with his back against the wall, to have to come out with solid performances in small waves. He did a great job, and his crew from San Clemente is all there to back it.
Yeah. Waving the Stars and Stripes down there at the moment. Number 4. One of the dark horses in the event, Thomas Debier. He is from Guadeloupe. He's a big guy, 6'2", and he uses all that height, all that power to good effect out here, Rich.
Yeah, big guy, big surfing. And a bit of a surprise package, perhaps a little dark horse in the event. And we always seem to get a bit of a dark horse result. They make it all the way through. Can he go all the way to the final? I don't know much about this guy, but I'm learning quickly. He's going to be around for a while.
Coming in at number 3, it is Sara Baum. What a moment for her, chasing down a score to get ahead of Molly Picklum, who was the standout performer on the women's side of the draw. This was incredible, the flow that she had and the determination here, Shannon, to make that last section.
Yeah, I think flow and power really describe what Sarah's surfing is all about, and for her to bring it through in a performance against the Grom in Molly Picklum, they surf against each other. They surf in the same lineup most days in that Newcastle area down to Avoca, and for Sara to walk away with a win and then to sit tight on her in those final seconds, to not even let Molly have a moment to breathe, that was really smart surfing.
That was hectic and also very entertaining. Leonardo Fioravanti comes in at number 2. And he hung on against Thiago Camarão. He had a great performance in the contest, but couldn't get past the Italian.
Yeah, no, he's looking very, very polished, isn't he? And, well, past champion. Just going through the motions here. You feel like Leo's just automatically thinking that he's going to make it all the way through. And this is just part of the process. The fiery Italian just layering up a little bit here. Just happy with the result.
I think you kind of forgot Thiago was behind him, but the good sportsman came out. He turned around, said congratulations, and probably said thanks for pushing me to a big heat result. Coming in at number 1, Moana Jones Wong, looking unstoppable, loving the energy, loving the fire, and loving that big smile every time she hits the beach.
Oh, she just takes off. She has the biggest smile on every wave she catches. It's like Rachel Tilley on the longboard side. Neither of them can wipe a smile off when they're riding a wave, and that's the kind of energy that we want here. And I love that that's brought her through to that top moment of the day.
Yeah, getting through these earlier rounds and showing that kind of energy is one thing. It's only going to get more difficult as we move into those head-to-head heats, Rich. How do you like Moana's chances of overcoming some of the real favourites in this contest?
Seriously, I actually like her. I think she's got a good shot at it, especially if she brings that style of power and speed that she's done in these early rounds. I was really surprised, to be honest with you. You know, and I was guilty of thinking, oh, is she just the pipeline specialist? She silenced everybody, and it wasn't just a one hit. You know, she's here. She's the real deal. She's got that variety, and I think she will go deep in the event.
I think maybe what got us thinking that is after she had the win at Pipe at Sunset, she didn't have her best run, but with that performance at Sunset, there would have been so much pressure in the yellow jersey. You're a wild card. You're on top of the CT rankings. So kind of not surprised that she succumbed a little bit to that pressure, but this has been a big turnaround.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That was a really challenging event to walk into, especially for any athlete, no matter the caliber, no matter how long they've been on tour. To back up a big result, to do it again is really difficult. So for her now, I think I've just been really impressed with the fact that we're seeing her competitive side start to come through in these Challenger Series heats with multiple surfers having to make those strategic calls. that's what can take her through an advancement over some of these stronger, more experienced surfers in the draw.
Most definitely. We've still got those 4 remaining heats of the women's round of 32 to get finished, but we do have competition on standby for the men. Also for our longboarders surfing in their first event in a 3-stop World Championship run. It's going to be awesome to see, but tune in bright and early because we will get competition underway. We'll see you then.
Looking forward to a great day down here at North Stain on Super Saturday.
Pretty similar size to yesterday, however, it's a little more broken up. I think we will see a few more one big manoeuvre options.
3, 2, and 1.
Stop number 2 of 8. It's time to move. Someone's going home with a lot of points and a fair bit of cash. Pressure's building, but some competitors rise to it.
45 seconds to go. This will be a shot at it. Amazing turnaround.
Blue, your last score was a 6.27.
And she has turned it in the final 3 minutes.
Dylan, he really doesn't look like he's injured at the moment. It's incredible to see him just surfing with that much speed and power.
Zeke Lau just going to the air down the beach.
Wow.
I'm thinking Emrod's going to be hard to beat.
He's throwing away 6s that Zeke and Julian would be loving to have.
Just gets the fins free.
.33, it was enough. It was enough.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.